The dense Pacific Northwest forest held its breath that night. Russell Acord, a man who had spent more nights in the wilderness than most people spend in their own beds, felt his survival instincts screaming at him. The air hung thick with an indescribable stench, like wet fur and rotting meat, that made his stomach churn. Then came the sound that would haunt him forever, the unmistakable crunch of massive footsteps moving deliberately through the underbrush, circling just beyond the reach of his flashlight's beam. For Russell, this wasn't just another night in the woods. This was the culmination of a lifelong obsession that began when he was just 9 years old, watching the infamous Patterson-Gimlin film on a scratchy VHS tape at his uncle's cabin. That grainy footage of an ape-like creature striding through the California wilderness had ignited something primal in him, a burning need to know the truth. What sets Russell apart from typical Bigfoot enthusiasts is his rigorous, scientific approach. As the lead investigator on the Discovery Channel's Expedition Bigfoot, he spent years methodically documenting evidence that challenges conventional understanding. The incident that nearly broke Russell occurred during a 2019 expedition in Washington's Hoh rainforest. His team had established a grid search pattern using military-grade motion sensors when something extraordinary happened. At 2:17 a.m., every sensor in a half-mile radius triggered simultaneously, Russell recalls, his voice still tinged with awe. The thermal drones showed a heat signature moving at nearly 35 miles per hour through terrain that would challenge an Olympic athlete. Then the smell hit us, that god-awful mix of wet dog and death. That's when I knew we weren't dealing with any known animal. What followed was 72 hours of intense activity. Vocalizations mimicking their equipment, rocks being thrown from impossible angles, and the persistent feeling of being watched. The team collected unprecedented evidence including 14 distinct footprints with mid-tarsal breaks, an anatomical feature unique to primates. Soil samples showing elevated levels of cortisol and adrenaline not matching any local fauna. Infrared video of a 7 to 8 foot tall figure demonstrating purposeful avoidance of their camera placements. The personal cost of Russell's quest has been immense. 3 failed marriages, they all said I cared more about the hunt than them. Financial instability and the constant ridicule from mainstream science have tested his resolve. There were dark periods, months spent alone in the wilderness chasing shadows, moments when he questioned his own sanity. But then, he says, eyes lighting up, you get that one piece of evidence that changes everything. Like the time we recorded vocalizations that matched known Sasquatch calls but with distinct regional dialects. Or when we found those nesting sites showing clear signs of tool use. That's what keeps me going. Now in his late 50s, Russell's mission has evolved. He's established the Accord Research Foundation, funding serious cryptozoological studies and mentoring a new generation of field researchers. His upcoming book, 30 Years in the Shadow of the Sasquatch, promises to reveal groundbreaking findings that could force science to reconsider what's possible. The greatest discovery isn't going to be a body or a clear photo, Russell muses. It will be the moment science admits we've been sharing this continent with another intelligent species all along. And when that day comes, everything changes. As night falls in the Oregon backcountry, Russell prepares for another solo expedition. His gear is lighter now, but his resolve hasn't dimmed. Somewhere in the gathering darkness, the truth waits. And Russell Acord will never stop searching for it. In an age where Google Maps can show us every corner of the globe, the persistence of the Bigfoot mystery represents something profound, a reminder that our planet still holds secrets. Whether one believes in Sasquatch or not, Russell's story challenges us to keep questioning, keep exploring, and remain open to possibilities beyond our current understanding. As Russell often says, the day we stop looking for the impossible is the day we stop being human. Deep in the mist-shrouded forests of the Pacific Northwest, where the trees stand like silent sentinels and the air hums with unseen energy, Russell Acord moves with the quiet precision of a man who knows how to navigate both wilderness and war. A retired U.S. Army veteran, author, filmmaker, and star of Travel Channel's Expedition Bigfoot, Acord is not your typical cryptozoologist. He is a soldier-turned-seeker, a man whose life has been defined by discipline, survival, and an unshakable fascination with one of the world's greatest mysteries. Does Bigfoot exist? From Montana wilderness to military service. Born in Baltimore but raised in the rugged expanse of Montana's Bitterroot Mountains, Russell Acord's childhood was steeped in the lore of the wild. It was here, amid towering pines and whispered campfire tales, that he first heard stories of the elusive hairy giants known as Bigfoot. Those stories burrowed into his imagination, planting a seed of curiosity that would one day grow into an obsession. After graduating from high school in Arlee, Montana, Acord enlisted in the U.S. Army, where he served for 22 years before being medically discharged as a retired veteran. His military career was marked by rigorous training in survival, tracking, and strategic operations, skills that would later prove invaluable in his hunt for the unknown. Along the way, he earned a degree in safety and health management with a minor in civil engineering, further sharpening his analytical mind. The mission that never ended. For many soldiers, retirement means rest. For Russell Acord, it meant picking up a new mission, the search for Bigfoot. Drawing on his military precision and wilderness expertise, Acord began documenting his investigations into the creature, publishing a trilogy of books that blended first-hand accounts, scientific research, and gripping storytelling. His first book, released in 2012, was followed by a second in 2016, establishing him as a serious voice in a field often dismissed as fringe. But Acord didn't stop at writing. He ventured into filmmaking, producing documentaries that explored Bigfoot encounters with the same meticulous attention to detail he had applied in the military. His work caught the attention of the Travel Channel, and in 2019, he joined the cast of Expedition Bigfoot as the team's tracker and survival expert. A soldier's approach to the supernatural. What sets Acord apart from other Bigfoot researchers is his methodical, military-inspired approach. On Expedition Bigfoot, he doesn't chase shadows or rely on hearsay. He treats each investigation like a tactical operation. Tracking, using skills honed in the Army, he analyzes broken branches, disturbed foliage, and footprints with forensic precision. Survival tactics. Whether navigating treacherous ravines or enduring freezing nights, his resilience keeps the team safe in hostile environments. Technology. From thermal imaging to audio analysis, Acord embraces cutting-edge tools to gather evidence that stands up to scrutiny. Yet, despite his disciplined methods, he remains open to the unexplainable. "I've seen things in the woods that don't fit any known animal behavior," he admits. "That's what keeps me searching." Beyond Bigfoot, family, faith, and the love of adventure. At 59, Russell Acord is more than a Bigfoot hunter. He's a devoted family man, an outdoorsman, and a patriot. Married with 2 children, he spends his free time hiking, camping, fishing, and riding motorcycles through the same wild landscapes that first sparked his curiosity decades ago. A man of deep faith and unwavering principles, Acord sees his quest as more than just a hunt for a creature. "It's about the pursuit of truth," he says. "The world is full of mysteries, and if we stop questioning, we stop discovering." The legacy of a modern-day explorer. Russell Acord's story is one of relentless curiosity. From the mountains of Montana to the battlefields of his military service and now the uncharted corners of the Bigfoot legend, he embodies the spirit of exploration. Whether or not Bigfoot is ever proven real, Acord's journey reminds us of something essential. That wonder still exists, that the wild still holds secrets, and that sometimes the most extraordinary adventures begin with a single question: what if? For fans of the unexplained, Russell Acord isn't just searching for Bigfoot. He's keeping the mystery alive. From the moment Russell Acord stepped onto the scene in Expedition Bigfoot, it was clear this was no ordinary reality show. It was a mission. Drawing from his 22 years of military experience, Acord approached each expedition with the precision of a field operation, treating the search for Sasquatch with the same gravity as a tactical reconnaissance mission. Season after season, he led the team through some of North America's most remote and treacherous terrains, from the rain-soaked forests of the Pacific Northwest to the shadowy Appalachian foothills, where every snapped branch, every inexplicable vocalization, and every thermal anomaly brought them closer to the elusive truth. What set Acord apart wasn't just his survival expertise or his ability to track subtle signs of movement in the wilderness. It was his unshakable discipline in the face of the unknown. While others might jump at shadows or let their imaginations run wild, Acord remained methodical, demanding verifiable evidence even when confronted with spine-chilling encounters, like the time the team captured a massive, bipedal heat signature moving silently through the trees, or when they discovered enormous footprints pressed deep into mud with anatomical details that defied hoaxing. Yet, for all his skepticism, Acord never dismissed the possibility of discovery. His journey on the show became a testament to patience and perseverance, weathering brutal conditions, equipment failures, and the frustration of near misses, all while maintaining that this pursuit was bigger than any single piece of evidence.